So here's a simple demonstration tying together some of the tools I've showed you in the earlier videos. So what we've got here is an existing site with a couple of contours and a proposed site where these two contours produce a level piece of ground, and we have a structure which is a basement which is 2 meters below the surface. So if I go into 3D site, we can see that. I'll just rotate this up. We can switch the basement off, we can see that there. And in fact, if we switch the fill and the remainder off, we can see our little basement there. So now we've discovered that the ground's deep and that it's also requires some extra work around it that we want to backfill afterwards. So we need a working zone around the basement to allow the workmen to get down and work on it. So what we can do is, if we go to take off, we can create a new structure, and let's call it working zone. And set it 0 meters, but we're going to offset from a boundary anyhow. So now we want this working zone to be extruded from the edge of this by a certain distance. So we'll click on that, and we'll do, say, 1.5 meters out to give us our working zone around the basement area. Let's go OK, and that's created it. So we do that, we can see there. Now, because the basement has got some materials in it, we need to actually change that by the material thickness, because you want to be working at the bottom of the slab. So we can do an adjust altitude, and let's go down another minus 0.3 meters for the thickness of the slab. So now if I rotate it on the side, we can see we've got a little offset there. Now, if I click on select the working zone and come to details, we didn't hit backfill. So I'll just do a calculate without the backfill selected, and we come to 3D view, and as you'd expect, we've got basically a bigger hole. But now we can go, okay, well, we've got to actually backfill all that back up to the surface after the workmen have done their job. So we can click backfill and hit calculate, and there we have it. So in our fill now, we've got our working zone fill, which is the fill to fill back up after the basement's been completed, and we've got just our general open ground fill, and we've got a hole for our basement. So that all ties together nicely and gives us our working zones.